the failure has been in the making for years and years. And the responsibility lies foremost with the Afghan government. The United States, the international communities made plenty of mistakes. Pakistan has duplicitously supported the Taliban for 20 years and never reduced its support for the Taliban. But at the end of the day, the most important responsibility is that of the Afghan political class, Afghan governments, that over and over put narrow, parochial, self-interested, corrupt interest over the national interest, over the basic interest of their land, of their people, to a large extent believing that they will be able to persuade the international community to stay in Afghanistan with an open-ended commitment for another 5 years, 10 years. They persuaded themselves that Afghanistan was too important to fail, incorrectly believed that it was the geostrategic center of the so-called new great game. Those were wrong judgments on their part. They were repeatedly told these were wrong judgments, that the United States had over several presidents now sought to depart from Afghanistan, but they never believed it. And so they allowed the perpetuation of the most disastrous forms of corruption, of the most disastrous forms of misgovernance, even in the very core of the most fundamental institutions like the Afghan security forces. There is also the need for protection for a larger segment of people, not just those who directly work for the United States, but those who chose to work for Afghan human rights organizations, who were Afghan journalists who chose to work for the government, but were not corrupt, did not participate in the looting and malfeasance in the country. They too should be made it should be made available to them also to come to the United States. So the crucial aspects now are to allow the visa processing to start taking place rapidly, the screening as well, to get people on the flights, and to also engage with the Taliban so it doesn't start preventing the evacuations and departures. The Taliban has not been doing that in Kabul, but getting access to Kabul has been challenging. There is banditry and looting and attacks by robbers on people who are trying to get to the Kabul airport. And people who are far away from Kabul might be very afraid and concerned to travel on the road. Well, there are a tremendous amount of obstacles that Afghanistan faces going forward. Brain drain is one aspect that's already happening with all those people who are trying to get to the United States or Canada or Europe. The big economic decline will be a very significant dimension, affecting all the many people who will not be able to leave the country. There is also a high possibility that the Taliban will simply not know how to administer modern governance systems. And of course, it's an open verdict yet as to how more moderate or not the Taliban will be compared to the 1990s. As I mentioned, I believe that a kind of the maximum outcome that we could expect is an Iran-like regime,